had some great reads. I'm still a little sniffy, like I'm still a bit down with a cold, so sorry for my weird voice. What am I saying? Alright, a little upfront, I didn't have the best reading month. I only read 4 books in total, and I started 2 more. Yeah, I don't know what to say, but it actually started out great, my reading month, and then I just started the next book, but I couldn't get into it, and then started the next book, and it just also was hard for me to fully get into, and I had my chemistry lab that took so much of my time, you know, so I just didn't really get anywhere. But I also listened to a few audiobooks, which I actually did end up fully listening to, but yeah, it definitely was a tough reading month for me. I don't know why, but I'm very excited for cozy season and cuddling up on the couch. So let's start with the first book I read this month. Like, I literally read this in the first 2 days, and that was my 5-star read, and everything else, it just goes downhill for me. So this is probably not going to be the longest and not the greatest wrap-up video I've done so far, but I have high hopes for next month, because if you watched my book haul and see the books behind me and know that I've also ordered more books, then you know I got some gems for the next month. But let's start with this. So the first book that I absolutely loved was Happy Place by Emily Henry, and let me just say, I love this cover. I don't know, it makes me so incredibly happy. The colours on it are just so stunning. Now this is quite a big book. It's huge, and oh my god, it is so cute. So this book is about Harriet and Wynne, who have been in a long-term relationship but broke up. But they have a tradition to go to a summer house in Maine, I believe. I need to check because it's been ages. I don't know where the cottage is, but they go to a cottage with their friends every year, which are also 2 couples that they've been friends with since college. And because the cottage is supposed to be sold, and this will be their last summer in the summer place, in the happy place, they decide to go along and pretend to still be together, to have one last perfect summer. And oh my god, I love Emily Henry. It took me forever to read this after reading You and Me on Vacation, because I don't know, she just hits a different heartstring for me, and I guess I was happy and sad sometimes, and like I seriously need to like sit down and reevaluate my life after reading her books. So but these books also feel like such a warm summer sun on your face. I don't know how to describe it. These books are amazing. Her writing, chef's kiss from me. I really enjoy her writing and her descriptiveness and her characters. So yeah. As you can guess, it is a romance. But it is just so cute. It has so many lessons to be learned about second chance, about not giving up in a relationship, about just sorry, like, it was so grating, I could not do it. It didn't work at all with the book, so yeah, I switched to the ebook, but it was 5 Survive by Holly Jackson, which is the author of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I absolutely loved last month, and I also listened to it as an ebook. Those ebooks were amazing, they were produced so well, but 5 Survive is her newest novel, and that was not the greatest audiobook to listen to, so not my recommendation as the ebook, as an audiobook, oh my god. But I continued the ebook, and it was great. So 5 Survive is about 5 friends who go on a caravan trip and a road trip to drive down to Miami. I believe they're going to spring break, and then in the middle of the forest, in the middle of nowhere, they all of a sudden get attacked by a shooter. Now, crazy premise of this book, and it is basically these 5 friends are trapped in their caravan with a shooter outside, and they need to figure out what is going on, and they need to figure out how to survive. Now, this is definitely quite a thriller, I think, and it does build up some kind of tension. Like, it really wasn't my favorite book. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is definitely Holly Jackson's better work, but it was still really good. It was still fun. I didn't see the plot coming, even though I kind of assumed it. But you're not going to find out the main premise of the plot, but you assume parts of it. But yeah, all in all, I think I gave it a 4-star on Goodreads. To me, it's more like a 3.6, 3.7, I think. But I started to feel bad for Goodreads authors, so I'm trying to be nice on my Goodreads ratings. I don't know. But yeah, it's a cute book. It's a quick read. It's definitely not very long, and it doesn't drag on and stuff. It's definitely very quick, very fast paced. So I really enjoyed that. I was just this month in the mood for, fast-paced crime thriller, especially after reading this amazing book. I don't know if you have that, but after reading a great book, I can't read the same genre just because even if it's still a good book, I will not enjoy it as much because I'm constantly comparing it. So I kind of tried to switch genres. And then the next audiobook I listened to so many audiobooks when I'm working, because I can kind of listen to them while I'm working, and because I'm currently on summer break from my uni course, except for my chem lab, I have a lot of time to work, and I need to do a lot of work to save up a bit of money for when I'm doing my thesis in 4 weeks. Oh, that's scary. Because I will be basically working full time then, and will not have time to work next to it, so that's why I listen to so many audiobooks, just as an FYI. So I listened to the 21st book in the series of The Woman's Better Club by James Patterson and Maxine Petro. Now, these books are a really beloved series of mine. If you had never heard of this, it's quite a famous, soft, cozy crime, I'd say cozy crime series. The Woman's Meta Club consists out stars to me kind of means I enjoyed it, but I will not like ever probably reread these books. It's just, I don't know. And in the Women's Murder Club as well, the first few are definitely the best books in the series. Like, I'd say like the first maybe 10, and then it's just kind of like he just smashes them out now. I don't know, they're still good, but they're not like amazing, but yeah. And then I listened to the 22nd one. I cannot remember how they're called exactly. They always have the number in the name, so the 22nd one, which is basically about a huge illegal weapon smuggle ring, and they're trying to pin them down. And Lindsay kind of gets on the radar of those illegal smugglers, so they're kind of trying to take her out before she can take them out. So they have to figure that out. Yeah, that was probably worse than the other one. The 21st one's definitely better, I think. It's more interesting storyline. But I also give it 3 stars. Again, good book, but like I'd only read once. You don't need the books to stand in your bookshelf. Maybe an ebook is enough. But yeah, those were all the books I sadly read or listened to this month. It is very, very sad and thinly spread. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's really, I was completely out of it, but to be fair, for the entire last 2 weeks, for the entire last 2 full weeks, I basically didn't have time to read at all. So, I hope I'm excused. I think the next one is definitely going to be better. But I'll show you the books I've started, because I think we can quickly talk about it. So, I don't know if I already said I started this in the last one, because it takes me forever. But I started Shatter by Tahereh Mafi, which is about Juliet who kills, when someone touches her, they die basically. And yeah, you can see I got pretty much halfway, a little over halfway, but I don't know, I've had a lot of mixed reviews about this book, and so far it's not the worst, but it's also not catching me so far. Like, I know sometimes it takes a bit of time, and it maybe will eventually really grip me that I really want to read it every day, every night, but this has just been kind of meditating on my nightstand ever since I finished Happy Place, which I literally finished on the 2nd of August. So yeah, it's just been playing around. I pick it up every now and then, read a chapter, and then I get very distracted. So I don't know what it says about me or this book. To be fair, I didn't really have a lot of patience to read this month, but yeah, I feel like I need just a good book that really grips me, that really gets me back into the rut of reading, because I really enjoy that. I like reading when I'm in bed and stuff, so yeah, so far just an average read, but I'm hoping it'll catch on and get better if I continue, because you know, like the first book in a big fantasy series always has to set up a lot of things, always has to explain characters, get you to know them, so I get that it might be a little bit of a harder start, but whatever. The next book I just started this super recently, is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, and it's kind of a dark magic thriller fantasy book. I'll show you this in what's the word I'm looking for? Detail. I'm showing you this in detail in my book haul that should be coming out pretty soon after this. But yeah, I'm just on page is a series which are super famous. But I can definitely see why her writing is super intriguing, super descriptive. So I am really, really excited to continue reading this. However, I think it's slightly been laying on my desk as well. I think I just need a bit of a different read for now, so I'm probably gonna let this lay around for a moment. I hate that I'm currently reading 2 books and not catching on to one, especially because I also didn't continue reading The Gold-Plated Prisoner or whatever that was, because I don't know, not my vibe so far, I think. But yeah, I hate doing that. I don't know, I like to fully read my books, so I need to give them, both of them, another shot, especially this one. Like, I really want to read this one, and I have the entire series for that one. Like, I'd be so annoyed if I don't like this series, but yeah, I need to continue that. I really hope next month is going to be a bit of a better month in terms of reading for me, but I will be starting my thesis soon, which I'm super scared of. But I enjoy procrastinating with books when I have to study, so I'm hoping my eagerness for reading is going to come back quite soon, and I'll be able to provide you with a bit of a better book wrap up for this month. But as mine is a little bit disappointing, let me know please what your favourite read of this month was. I love always reading your comments and your reviews of books, and I might get a little inspired and read one of the books you are suggesting, because I really, really would love to grab some good books. Maybe something I already have. Maybe recommend me something like that. Because I want to spend more money, but I'm fine if not, you know, we'll binge watching. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out